Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I hope everyone is doing okay. Okay, this video is food is expensive. Easy to make homemade food. Eat the food you have in your house. So a lot of times you have food in your house that you can eat. You don't want to eat it, but then once you make it, it's not that bad. So at some point I stockpile these. And so I made some salmon balls. Okay, it was reported, I think the people in Finland or Sweden were told to prepare for war. And so they were preparing for war. They were buying, I guess, salmon to make salmon balls. So then I thought, yeah, that's a good one because I have all these. These are actually a lot better than, and then I made some French fries. So, you guys, I've been making the fry breads, and that is if we couldn't get yeast, but probably next week I'm going to buy some boxes of yeast because now oil is so expensive that, as long as we can get yeast, we want to make yeast bread and less oil. So I have ketchup and I have tartar sauce. Walmart. I was at Walmart today. I needed to get a few things. We'll go into that in a minute. So here we have it. This is a cost-effective meal and tasty. Okay, so, and this week I was trying to eat 4 meals out of the stockpile, which would be reducing my grocery bill by 50%. Starting tomorrow, tomorrow will be Monday until the next Monday. I think that's the 3rd week of the month. I will, eat 6 meals out of the stockpile to save 75% on food. And so now this week of the month, this 3rd week, what is the date? I wrote it. Let's see, today is the 20th, well, until the 27th. Mint tea, really cold mint tea. So on this week, that is, I don't know about anyone else, maybe it's because I start running out of stuff. I can spend money. This is some whole milk powdered, and so you know I'm not drinking Diet Coke. This is day 1, so I will drink some healthy milk. I drink about 2 cups of milk. I usually drink it in the middle of the night. You guys usually don't see me do it, but I do it. Okay, so this is an American recipe, and the recipe is on my. I put a lot of good recipes on there on my X, and it's how to make old-fashioned salmon balls, Tyrone Southern Cooking. And it's great because you can just bake them, and all it is salmon deboned, onion, 1 egg, 2 slices bread. I usually use bread crumbs, but I couldn't find mine, so I had these buttery crackers. So you will notice something. Each one of these crackers is like one piece of bread. So I just put them in the blender to get them very, very, you know, like crumbs. Salt, pepper, garlic, and 2 tablespoons mayo. It says fry in oil, but I didn't. I just cooked 350 in the oven. I like to bake better anyway. I was actually doing a lot of work around the house. I didn't even go to the gym. So, okay, so back to, we're trying to eat the food out of our stockpile. Okay, I told you guys I was gonna make this, and this is some tasty pickles, because from now on, now that you're gonna get this recipe, you're not gonna be wasting any bell peppers or cucumbers or onions. And this is so good. Another thing is, if you want to count this as your vegetable, in my family we had bread. This is the old-fashioned way: bread, butter, and pickles. Because my grandmother used to make pretty good pickles. These are pretty good. I got this brine recipe from Homestead Tessie. If you have a channel, don't think us ladies are not watching it. And it is 2 cups sugar, 2 cups vinegar, 4 cups water, and 2 teaspoons salt. You boil, you pour it. She poured hers on beef. This is good. Pour it on your veggies, and you can water bath can, but you know, I'll eat these. I keep it in the refrigerator. Mine is a little different. I have pickling spice, but I'm kind of leaning towards hers because half a batch fills one of these pickling jars. So you just, what I did is I pretty much slice my pickles thin, and I remove most of the skin. And remember the other day I was searching around for bell peppers? Well, I got a bell pepper in there now. And so let me give you the brine. Big thanks to Homestead Tessie. There's probably like 1 million women out there that got this brine recipe. I think I kind of like it better than mine because it's cheaper. Another thing is, pickling spice can be hard to find. I want to show you something thrifty. Okay, I bought this sugar, about 10 of these. It's 1 pound of sugar. I eat about 1 of these every week. You've seen these things at Walmart. So I bought 4 pounds of sugar, and I filled my sugar containers. This stuff ended up to be pretty good. I got it at 99 cents only. So what we're doing is we're just doing every cheap thing we possibly can do. So okay, I'm not gonna be suffering. I'm gonna be eating my pickles. I'm gonna be eating my salmon balls, and I have got the recipe now. Okay, I was making fry breads, but they're a mess. They involve frying, and this is easy. Here it is. This is a potato roll, and I learned how to make better rolls by making and you know, we would eat it with butter, honey. So this could be any meat, any potatoes, bread and butter, and pickles. That is the old-fashioned way. Okay, now for the bread recipe. This is my bread recipe. Okay, I made half a batch, but I'm going to give you the whole batch. 1 1/4 cup water, 2 tablespoons sugar, 1 package yeast. So you heat your sugar, and I cooled mine down to about 110 or 15 degrees. I used my thermometer, but warm. And then, so all it was water and sugar, and I added my yeast. Then in a bowl, I mixed the flour, the salt, and then I had a 1/4 cup, I made half a batch, a 1/4 cup powdered milk, and a 1/4 cup instant potatoes. So these are dry ingredients, and so what I did is, since these are throwing the flour off a little bit by 1/2 cup, I mix 1 cup flour and then the 1/4 cup potatoes and 1/4 cup powdered milk. I watch so many fried bread recipes, and then some old lady did this. I go, wow, why didn't I mean, I was boiling potatoes. Okay, so all the dry ingredients. So then I mixed all the dry ingredients and I poured the wet ingredients. Once the yeast, I covered the yeast and put it on the stove. Then I poured that, when the yeast activated, I poured that onto my dry ingredients. I stirred that around, and then I added flour little by little to create a soft dough. Okay, when you start cooking your food down, it's gonna go fast. I have to warn you of that. And then I just waited with the potato in your bread. It takes quite a while to raise, so beware of that. So here's my bread recipe. It took me a long time to find this recipe. It's cheap, it's easy to make. If you don't have butter, you can use margarine or Crisco. If you don't have powdered milk, you don't have to put milk or potatoes in it. But I stockpiled a whole bunch of potatoes, so I wanted to. Okay, then what did I make? Well, then, now these are good. These are peanut butter cookies, and I put chocolate chips on the top. So I rolled them into a ball, I rolled them in chocolate chips, and I mashed them with a fork. Now, I did these because I wanted to use my homemade peanut butter. Oh, where's my recipe? Not seeing it. Here we go. Peanut butter kiss, peanut butter blossom. So you can also put a chocolate kiss on those. 48 Hershey's Kisses, 1/4, or is that 1/2? 1/2 cup shortening. I had soft margarine that I bought. So that threw the texture of my cookies off a little bit, but they're still good. 3/4 cup creamy peanut butter. So I had some peanut butter in the refrigerator and some homemade peanut butter, a little, so I just put all the peanut butter in it. 1/3 cup granulated sugar, 1/3 cup packed brown sugar, 1 egg. Even though I made a whole batch, I still put the whole egg in there. 2 tablespoons milk. I didn't put 2 tablespoons milk because I had more egg. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1.5 cups all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon salt. Here it is. I lost this recipe 10 times. I've given you guys this recipe over the years, hundreds of times. I had a mess on my counter and my recipe got messed up. Let me give you one more shot of the cookie ingredients. I think that's the best peanut butter cookie. So you can see I was cooking a lot. All right, I want to mention to you, okay, when you're being very conservative and eating out of the stockpile, then if you want to buy a little something for your stockpile, you can. So what I bought today was 2 pounds of butter, and this stuff is getting expensive. But I decided to buy the good stuff because I'm making cream cheese, I'm making butter stuff, and also I'm stockpiling sour cream and cream cheese, but I'm also making that and making yogurt. So I bought 2 of those at Walmart, and I went to a different Walmart since I had more time because I didn't go to the gym. So this butter, all Walmarts are not created equal, is $6.28, and I bought 2 of them. Then another thing, I think it's such a good idea to stock up on nuts. So you can make peanut butter cookies, peanut butter granola, peanut butter, and it's so much cheaper. I bought a big can of mixed nuts, and it said 75% peanuts. Okay, peanuts for a pound are $2.77. So they're about $5.50 as opposed to almost $9. And those are raw peanuts. And if you roast your peanuts for 15 minutes and flip them around on each side, they taste much better. And what I'm doing is by cooking my own food, like when you realize how much this bread costs to make, you might say to yourself, why am I throwing my money around? Furthermore, I know it's in it. Okay, and then I bought a bag of potatoes. I thought, wow, I have so many instant potatoes, but I don't always want to eat mashed potatoes. So the potatoes weren't too bad today. The potatoes were $2.77, I think, about $3.27, and then I bought 2 bags of chocolate chips, and these are 8 ounces, I think. So 12 ounces. So this is 24 ounces. So that is a lot of chocolate. One good place to buy chocolate is Aldi's. I'll be taking a little trip to Aldi's. Okay, so this week, 6 meals out of the stockpile, or thereabouts. So think about this month already. The first week, I try to eat entirely out of the stockpile, spending almost nothing on groceries. The second week was 2 meals out of the stockpile. So at the first 2 weeks, I've only bought, and I was still eating out of the stockpile, but 5 meals. And then last week it was 4 meals out of the stockpile. So, less than a week. All right, no. Okay, now I was watching a good video, and it's called Global Prediction for 2024, Crystal Ball and Tarot with Timestamps, Tarot by Iza, I-Z-A, Bella, B-E-L-A. Okay, she is from Europe somewhere. It looks like Germany or somewhere like that. First of all, I have never seen crystal balls, and so I loved it because, I come from a family of jewelers, and furthermore, in my religion, it was taboo, and so, like pointing to King Saul, and all, but I have learned, it depends on your intention, right? So I listened to her predictions, and it was very, very interesting because it was more like a European perspective. And so there was some predictions of aliens this year. Spaceships on the Gulf of Mexico. I go, that's a good one. Also, I watched another one, and it was on in her case, 10 Days of Darkness, but she looks at it a little different. Like, okay, in my perspective, it means like some kind of dark it's not a natural darkness, but there is a lot of like we're in the dark and, darkly bad stuff going on. So she says it's going to come to life, and it's going to be shocking. It's not like from our perspective, it's not that shocking. It's just that most of us know we can't do anything about it. And also she had some predictions on the wars which were interesting, and so I enjoyed it, and I will give you a shot in case any of you want to check it out, because you know I am very interested in aliens. And she says that these aliens are not going to be holographic, they're going to be aliens, like reptilians. Reptilians are real, bloodthirsty, and evil. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, now I have something to say about darkness, and this is from, the Christian perspective. Matthew 18:18. Truly, I tell you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. Whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. So otherwise, the heavens try to, the angels, the fallen angels are higher angels than humans. So when people are not good, they can attract these evil beings. Or if you're a believer, you can literally pray that I want to mention this because, if a lot of evil stuff happens, just pray, God, send your angels to help. And I have never had a case where it has failed me. Okay, let me see. Oh, this is to do with the nuts. Okay, so I learned when you're eating nuts as much as you can, that a big bag of nuts will last about 1 month. So I bought, I think it was 4 different kinds of nuts. And so that is not a year's supply. That's only about 4 months. So what I'm doing now is I'm going through my food and I'm saying, okay, and the other thing is milk. Okay, 1 big bag of milk is only 30 cups, and I drink 2 cups per day. So if you have kids, you're probably paying more for butter, more for milk, more for bread, these basic foods. And by making your own and being very conservative with your money, it's going to make it possible for us to weather this financial inflationary period. They don't last forever. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.